All right, The Art of Drumming, Volume 2, reading text in 6/8, page 17. Now, we've gone through a few other pages, and by this time you should become more and more familiar with the counting systems and the different notations. What I presented on page 17 is a few variables of different mixtures or combinations of rhythms within 6/8. Now, page 17, line 1, first measure. We have 3 eighth notes and we have 16th notes. Now, we're going to count each downbeat as is. It's very important to count. Okay, page 17, line 1, the first measure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and. Second measure, we have a run of 16th note triplets. The 16th note triplet count, again, is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Now, I'm not going to count that all the way through as I did in the other pages or in my 4/4 book. We're going to count each downbeat as is. Number 1 is a triplet, so it would be 1 and Number 2, the second beat would be 2 and the third beat would be 3 and in tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that takes care of the first 2 measures. The third measure, you have a quarter note rest. A quarter note or a quarter note rest equals 2 eighth notes. So I'm resting for the count of 2 eighth notes, which would be 1, 2. On beat number 3, I have an eighth note, which would be 3. Then 4, 5 are additional eighth notes, 4, 5, and then 2 16ths, 6, and. Play the measure in time. Third measure, line 1. 1, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and. Last measure, combination of 16th note triplets, eighth notes, 16th notes, and 32nd notes. So let's take our time with this, and I'm going to do just the first half of measure number 4. The 16th note triplet, which would be 1 and then the eighth note, 2, then the 2 16ths, 3 and. Second half, which would be 4E and 5, 6. The fourth measure in tempo, 1 and 2, 3 and 4E and 5, 6. Now I'm going to put the metronome on 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, play. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4E and 5, 6. Okay, line number 2, just different variables, different combinations. First measure, line 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Second measure, line number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4E and 5, 6. Third measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Line number 2, last measure. 1, 2, 3, 4E and 5, 6. At 60, line number 2. 1, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4E and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4E and 5, 6. Okay, line 3. First measure, eighth notes and 16th note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Line 3, it repeats itself again. Second measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Line 3, third measure, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Line 3, last measure, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. In tempo at 60. Line 3, 1, play, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Okay, line 4, some more different combinations, 30 seconds, 16ths, 8ths, and 16th note triplets, and the dot again. The dot's very important. It's a little tricky, so you really have to grab hold of what it means and how to play. Okay, line number 4, measure number 1, page 17. 1 E and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. Measure number 2, line 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Remember, the dot increases the note by 1/2 its original value. The original value of a quarter note is 2/8 notes. So I'm going to increase it now by half of this, which would be 3/8 notes. Okay, line 4, third measure. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Line 4, last measure. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6. With the metronome at 60. Line 4. 1, play. 1 E and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Okay. Line 5, first measure, 8th notes, 16th note triplets, and 16th notes. First measure, line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Second measure, the quarter note, remember, equals to 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and I'm sorry. Second measure, line 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Again, 1, second measure. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6. Again, we see the dot, third measure, 3/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and last measure, 16th note triplets, 8th notes, and a dotted quarter note rest. Whether it's a rest or a note, if it's a quarter note, it equals 2/8 notes. A dotted quarter note equals 3/8 notes. A quarter note rest equals 2/8 notes, and a dotted quarter note rest equals 3/8 notes. Just that I'm playing if it's notated or if it's rested. I'm not playing. Last measure, line 5. 1, 2, play. Bang. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, with the metronome, line 5. 1, 2, 3, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Dot 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and the 1 and the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last line. First measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the 6. Second measure, last line. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and the 6. Last line, third measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5, 6. Last measure, the last line, last measure. 1, play. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, at 60, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the 6.
1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6.
All right, that completes page 17. Any questions, any input, you can contact me directly. All the information is on the website. And I'd be glad to talk about whatever you need to talk about, or if you have anything else that you're confused about, I will try to help you. Have a good